gym is a place that they're not familiar with, and I guess, you know, that, and they're not welcome for certain circumstances. But you've gone through a very different experience, and I guess we've been together for over a year or so training, and what has been the experience you've had, and what have been the benefits that you've taken from that training?
Well, Nathan, being with you has been a great benefit, I suppose.
You can say that a bit louder.
But it's mainly on the nutrition side where you've been very good. Losing weight, I had to lose some weight. Losing weight is an exercise that probably takes 3 years. Most people want to lose weight in 6 months. But you have to train your body over a period of time. And basically it comes down to eating about half of what one is normally eating. The only way you lose weight over a long period of time is to take about 3 years. You've got to do that to train your body to become used to eating less. Most people who diet, they lose the weight quickly, then they put it back on again because they haven't trained their body over. It's a 3-year stretch, I think, really. So Nathan's been very good in terms of what not to eat. I mean, we all know what we shouldn't be eating and what we should be eating. I was out at the Chermside Chest Hospital recently as part of a small charity that donates money to the research laboratories out there. They're trying to build an artificial heart. And building an artificial heart is a very, very complicated exercise. There's a wonderful team of young people out there, headed by a professor from Ireland, I think. And I said to him after we presented the check, etc., etc., I said, well, what is the problem? He said, it's our Western diet. And he said, specifically, we eat too much fat and we eat too much sugar. And he said, we are trying to build an artificial heart that mainly will keep people alive until we can get them a donor heart. So that's what they're trying to do, and that's why they're trying to do it. We eat too much fat and we eat too much sugar. And Nathan, I'm sure to a lot of you, has been in your ear just as much as he's been in my ear about what not to eat and what to eat.
And I guess on your side, because you've got quite a good, what am I trying to say? You know, what have been the benefits of your training? Because you do training every single morning. You know, you're in here on the bike, on the treadmill, and you do your walks in the afternoon. What benefits have that brought for you? And I guess, yeah.
Well, it hasn't brought any benefits, really.
Such a lawyer.
I'm simply...
it's just the same as sitting on the couch, isn't it?
Sitting on the couch. I go back 25 years. I read an article by Professor John Tickell. He's a doctor of medical science. He's a sports medicine doctor. That's his specialty. And I went through his brochure and I thought, oh, that's all very interesting. It's the usual boring stuff, you know, exercise, eat well, so and so. It's not hard. We all know we should be doing it. But then he talked about the elderly, and this is 25 years ago. I wasn't quite elderly at that point. And he said that the elderly should ride a bike and push weights. And I thought, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. To imagine that your grandparents, grandparents have changed over the years, I have to say. We've all become more modern, but if you cast your mind back maybe to your great-grandparents, to imagine them riding a bike or pushing weight is far out. I mean, it would never have happened once upon a time. And, but I never ever forgot it. That was so extreme to me that I just didn't ever forget it. And as I ran into Nathan 18 months, it was the January floods actually, and you know how persuasive he can be, you all know that. and he was offering me a free lesson here, and I've been around long enough to know what all that means. And anyway, I knew he was right, and I thought to myself, well, this is the man for me. So what does it do? Well, it doesn't do anything except that it keeps me getting by, just as you all get by, as you all, these young ladies here, they take it for granted that they get up in the morning and whoosh away they go. They run upstairs 2 at a time, they can ride a bike, they can go, do whatever they like. I mean, but as you get older, that's not so easy anymore. The muscles get aren't as flexible as they are when you're 18 and 19, and people who don't exercise put on weight, and then there's a problem of getting up the stairs, and then your legs start to go, you know, it gets bigger and bigger here, and it gets littler and littler around your legs where it really counts, and it's got to go the other way. That's a simple method. That's just, you know, otherwise you will spend in your old age 15 to 20 years staggering about the place, and you see a lot of older people staggering about the place. As I came down the hill this morning, I could see a guy walking across the road. It was a sad sight. It was getting bigger and bigger on the top here, and it was getting littler and littler on the legs. And he wasn't getting along so well. Yet, looking at his legs, I thought, well, you know, he used to be a pretty fit sort of a guy once, but he's let himself go, as they say. So when I say, well, it isn't making a lot of difference on me, I'm just the way I always was. I can do whatever I wanted to do, or could do, and can still do. And I'm hoping to compact the period of inactivity to a very narrow period towards, you know, as I get really old.
I guess it's, you know, from what we've spoken about in the past as well, is you're just trying to get that prevention, you know, as I said there, as opposed to being, you know, like a lot of people that could be around your age, but they're not as active, or their mobility is reduced quite significantly. You're just trying to shorten that zone.
I don't want to lose my mobility or my ability to go anywhere. And if you keep yourself a little bit under pressure, anything that's wrong will show up very quickly. And of course, it eliminates all of the ill health that comes from overweight as you grow older. That's the problem. Is what will happen, diabetes and all of those things that start to pile in as one gets older.
Yeah. Awesome.